Well, good morning. I would like to further extend the uh, fearfully plausible scenario of Mr. Trump getting the presidency and doing what he says. He's a man of his word this time, because some cuckoo uh, uh, for a mainstream journalist about that he said it before. He didn't say it. He warned, but this time. Uh, It is not only believable, but like I said before, Mr. Trump is a man of his word. So he's going to do it. He's going to disband NATO. Now, why? Uh, there's no real reason why. It is custom for any country to create some kind of military, diplomatic, and financial alliances. And if we ever take seriously that the BRICS association, for instance, is not just an European Union invitation, like that loose confederation of the many post-Soviet states, which again has no real effect, and because of sanctions, has made, since Kazakhstan, for instance, needs access to mainly to the old world. Keep the balance, they need the balances with China and Russia as well. So it means a lot about how Mr. Trump wants to disband NATO and simply give up or turn his back to another warrior Europe, which has already 2 world wars to carry as scenes, and this burden becomes even worse with the millions of immigrants, while it will take at best time to quit on the previous way of life, or even worse, thanks to, and with quotations, without quotations, multiculturalism, they will never give up their way of life. So, a low fertility rate native population would be nothing more than slowly to be put aside as civilization. So, we, under these conditions, it cannot be Islamization of Europe, turning her de facto to a cultural satellite of the Middle East sooner or later, with an elite utterly disconnected from the populace, uh, with mixed breed uh, people becoming more and more, and either being secular or Muslims, you know. So eventually, Europe will be assimilated, and now in this scenario, uh, then Russia will declare some kind of small-time warfare, or with the help of Middle East countries, with the toleration or even the blessings of Middle East countries, call it Iran or Saudi Arabia, since respecting cultural rights, he will make this kind of invasion in order to so much to take over lands that will deliver him nothing, nothing else than clear access to the Atlantic and further secure the Arctic, which could create more problems to the North American leadership, assuming, and Canada is not abandoned by Mr. Trump. Apologies for Mr. Biden. If Mr. Trump would not veto on Canada as well, it's supposed to be against right next to the United States. And further sell this out to the communist leadership. And of course, the Chinese will be emboldened by all this. They were taking, I hope, a possible scenario that could exist in about 15 to 20 years now. If it's not sooner, if he's going to do it now. I mean, if it is reversed by another president, Republican or Democrat, it would be extremely difficult to restore the rather smooth relations the mostly Democrat-led America has with these days with the regimes in Europe, in the free old world, so to speak. It will shaken even what Mr. Trump is willing to do, the relations with the British Islands, and further puts under strain or tests relations with wary Australia compared to China, communist China, and of course, don't never forget Japan and South Korea, and how the concurrent United States leadership is flirting India after the overall fiasco in Afghanistan's withdrawal, which tried to have the image of the United States Army, and if not the morale. After 20 years, the withdrawal began. But the withdrawal, again, I insist, it was not tactically wrong. Had no problem other than someone trying to prove to use this jihad thing. I don't know how they really call it, and I don't care if there's any point, but this is not jihad. This is suicide attacks that instead of drones, they're using organic matter. They're using some cuckoo who's sleepless day at night, perhaps he's not taking drugs, or perhaps he's nuts, plain nuts. And they blend that with faith, and it is like having someone who is a serial killer, but he's not doing this himself, but instead, in order to keep the enjoyment of harming his opponents, he's trying to disfame and put in awkward condition and see what he can further earn by using at no cost whatever means possible, and from a pool of over 1.5 billion people, by throwing that patriotic card along with good old religious fanatics, and I have nothing to lose, my time life is over, and of course, they say in the Islamic Valhalla, life is better. What life is better after you die? Nobody really knows. So it's again a philosophical concept, and so let's try it out by killing others as well. So no guilt, no nothing. It was a big boom and with the guns, and this is it, the knives. So after this kind of small chapter, I think in general Mr. Trump will really make his own jihad and blow the entire foreign policy out of the sky, especially when it comes with the old world first, in order to keep good relations with a man who has really weakened his position and his own country, that's Mr. Putin himself, who may use even more unorthodox ways to keep power and finally embrace Mr. Stalin's works, which again would bring the Russian Federation at odds, because he's not really providing after that point a new kind of leadership, and to the Russian people and to the rest of the world. The phenomenon is rather boring, because we've seen this kind of animated picture, it's about 70 years ago, and it was rather dull and void. So I think this is it uh, as a commentary. Thank you very much. I think what you say is the Adobe Premiere edit has more tools than Camtasia. Camtasia is very flexible, wonderful tool for making quite fast movies, but Adobe Premiere is offers more choices. It's more pain in the ass when it comes to creating video. But if you become some kind of an expert or a serious hobbyist, you can actually do quite a lot of things with that thing. And I still suggest you rent it through a visual dock system. It's not like if you really also make a bag, it's not so it's not so expensive. Thank you very much.